Attention please. This uploading is only for educational purpose. No intention to infringe copyrights. Learning English with Subtitles GPITRAL. Follow us.
Six strangers have been invited to the Devil's dinner party, but only 5 will take their places at the table tonight. One guest must leave before supper. This evening is all about making judgments and being judged. So which guest has failed to make a good first impression? Which guest have you, as a group, chosen to exclude? The person who will not be joining us for dinner is... Emma.
I think it is unfair that I was voted out because there are less dynamic personalities there. I know everyone there says they're outgoing, but some people didn't even speak. Darren should have gone. I mean, it takes more than a crazy shirt and a few necklaces to have a personality, I'm sorry.
I don't think my heart had actually beat that much.
I feel really bad.
Terribly good.
Even though she doesn't know it was me that voted her last, I kind of feel like I think she does.
To me, I just felt as if, no matter how your character is, when you enter a room, be at least aware of how you present yourself. And I don't feel as if she did that to the best of her ability.
Valued guests, please take your seats.
Did anyone else feel really guilty, though, that she went?
Yes and no. Depends who voted for her, isn't it? It really depends on who voted for her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was
I was shocked at how much I actually felt that I cared.
She was quite cold when she came in.
I got that. We all seemed like we're up for a fun. Like she seemed a bit serious.
Quite serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's good. We're all worked out really well. Then. We're all agreed.
She's probably a really nice girl, but anyway.
Congratulations. You've made it to the Devil's table and thereby earned yourselves £1,000. But beware, from now on your winnings come at a greater cost. The rules are simple. During the course of the evening, you will each be asked a question that taps into your innermost thoughts, your private prejudices, your personal passions. Your fellow diners will try to predict your answer, and if they're correct, you will collectively win £1,000. Get it wrong, and you gain nothing. But remember, only the guest voted most popular will take the money home. So, who will be the first to play? Charlene. Please follow me. Write the answer to the question you find on the card. Do not speak. Charlene has been asked, what do you like least about yourself? Your looks, your level of intelligence, or your sense of humor? So, how has Charlene responded? Can the group work together to correctly predict her answer? It's worth £1,000.
Oh, thank you. Okay, guys. What does Charlene like least about herself? Is it A, her looks, B, her level of intelligence, or C, her sense of humour?
She's got quite good assets.
Yeah.
And I wonder if maybe those assets have been enhanced, thank you. And if they have, then that would suggest to me that she is insecure about her looks.
I'm going to put it out there and say that they're not enhanced.
Have you asked her already?
Not at all. Not at all. I just feel that's a snap judgment.
Yeah, I haven't looked.
She doesn't seem like the type of girl.
She doesn't, but they are big.
I think from the small amount of time that we've spent with her, I think she certainly has a good sense of humour.
I'm guessing she's self-employed. She's obviously successful. I don't think it's an issue with her actual intelligence. I think it's to do with her academic achievements.
She's a confident young woman.
Hang on, can I say something about the confidence, though? Because often the most confident people who come across are quite often the least confident people.
So what are we going for, then?
That she thinks that she's not intelligent.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you have an answer?
We think Charlene likes her level of intelligence the least about herself.
I can reveal that Charlene answered a level of intelligence. You are correct. You have won £1,000.
Well played.
The group have £2,000, one for making it to the table and another for answering correctly.
You still need to find out if she's enhanced or not.
Well, when is she still talking to us?
Well done, guys. I was like, please say B.
So you're going to have to answer the question.
No, they're not.
Fabulous!
Obviously, for Hannah, her first thing she saw about me was my boobs. I thought I had them quite well covered. I never went to university. A-levels, I did singing, dance and drama.
Oh, you did A-levels?
I did go to college. And I did pass my GCSEs, but I would always say that's the thing I've most struggled with in life.
I think people judge Charlene on the way that she looks. She's an attractive blonde, and they may think that she's not intellectual or hasn't got the intelligence.
Because maybe she's a children's entertainer possibly means that she hasn't necessarily gone to university or anything, so maybe that's the thing that she has a hang-up about, and we got it right.
So why did you choose that?
That was my question.
Oh, so...
I guess we better get to know each other a bit better.
Yes.
I guess so.
I've been managing bars for about 3 or 4 years. Didn't go to university, so I've been drinking and being in bars for a long time.
Quickly, tell us something about yourself.
I'm generally quite nuts.
Hobbies. Tell us about hobbies.
You're nuts. Hang on, that's
Adrenaline.
important. You're generally quite nuts.
So does that mean that you would do...
Yeah, eccentric, fearless, I just do whatever. If there's anything to do with...
throwing yourself off tall buildings?
Yep,
You're
done it.
Are you a thrill seeker?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
You have been invited here tonight to reveal something of your true selves, and however you choose to play the game, your behaviour is revealing. The second question is for Simon.
Oh, we were right.
Simon, please follow me. Write the answer to the question you find on the card. Do not speak. The group's winnings stand at £2,000, but the questions are getting harder. Simon has been asked, what would you pay for? A gastric band for an obese person? A liver transplant for a reformed alcoholic? Or IVF for a couple who already have a biological child?
Oh, gosh.
I'm excited.
OK, the dyslexic is about to read. What would Simon pay for? A gastric band for an obese person, a liver transplant for a reformed alcoholic, so somebody who's obviously, back on the wagon, could fall off again, though.
Exactly.
And IVF for a couple who already have a biological child.
The thing about that is they've already got a child, and some people are quite against IVF as well.
He's got two
children.
Two children.
I'm sure of it.
I
At
think
least two.
yeah.
He's a family man.
The only
Yeah.
thing that could be
It's a
is
nice
me.
thing to do. The recovering alcoholic, it depends, if you know someone that's an alcoholic, it might be close to his heart. But we
Yeah.
don't know enough about him to make that
No.
assumption, I guess.
That's a really, really tricky one.
I don't expect Simon would know anybody obese. He doesn't
Extreme kind of guy, yeah.
He's in
Although he's in
catering.
catering,
He's in
yeah.
catering. He's probably made them all.
Yeah, but
feels
he's-
bad.
So I think The IVF treatment is probably, you know, everything. We're kind of agreeing a little bit on that. It's a nice thing to do.
I'm leaning towards the IVF.
If we all had to say it, would we all go for that?
Yeah, I would.
So
Yeah,
stop
no,
talking about
he-
it. Let's just
It
talk.
strikes me
Let's
as
stop
somebody who's
talking about
really
it.
warm
Let's do
and
it.
just
Nice.
warm and snuggly.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you have an answer?
We do. We would like to say IVF for a couple who already have a biological child.
Simon answered IVF for a couple who already have a biological child. You are correct. You have won £1,000.
Best detective
We're not just in business together.
Nice one. Well done.
Were we on the money with that?
Yep. It was really tough to answer, but I predominantly went for the answer that I thought you'd go for. Knowing that I've got kids, that would be the one that you go for most easiestly. So.
Right. Right, let's move on.
To win the money was very satisfying. I would have not liked to have been the person that broke the winning chain.
I think I was definitely on board with the IVF answer, but in my mind, I think the liver one was definitely more of probably a noble cause.
Let's move on quickly. Tell us something about yourself. Tell us something unusual about yourself.
Unusual about myself.
That'll give us an insight into your personality.
Hobbies. I do singing.
Okay.
I've been in shows and stuff, amateur dramatics, but not like really bad amateur dramatics where the set wobbles and people trip over, and quite good.
So just in case it's not you next.
Go on, you
Yes,
me next.
you.
Okay. I'm a very
Such as-
easygoing person.
Okay.
I'm not very confrontational. Don't really as part of my job, I can't really have conflict. I have to
No.
resolve issues and be sort of a middleman rather than have a strong opinion necessarily. Quite easygoing, quite confident,
Yeah.
like people person. So hopefully that'll be enough information.
Yeah.
Our guests are working together, but the more money they win, the more unstable their group dynamic becomes.
Wind me up. People have an opinion of you, and it's.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for question 3. Mike, please follow me.
Good luck. You know loads about me, yeah? Fantastic.
Write the answer to the question you find on the card. Do not speak. Mike has been asked, who around the table is the least charismatic? So, does this group have the spark to increase their winnings to £4,000?
Ooh, this is an interesting one, Mike. Who around the table does Mike think is least charismatic?
Gosh.
I think you've got quite a rapport with him. Like, I think he quite likes your adrenaline side and things. So I'm not being just snap judgment. I don't think he would put you.
I disagree. I think you are the quietest out of the... I think I'm quite loud. And I think, you know, there have been times where the others have been loud. I think you're the quietest. He may see you as the least charismatic.
Okay. Exquisitely uncomfortable. This question reveals how Mike sees the group. His answer will affect the way group members view him. Who will he choose to offend? Is it possible to be honest without being unkind? Let's hope not.